Imagine a world where distraction is the norm. Notifications constantly ping. Emails flood your inbox. Social media demands your attention. In this world, true focus has become a superpower, and those who master it, they achieve more in a few hours than most people do in a full week. Today, we're diving into deep work, the skill that can transform your productivity, your career, and ultimately your life. Because here's the truth. Shallow work is easy. Deep work is rare. And deep work creates extraordinary results. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. It's when you enter a state of total immersion, where hours feel like minutes, and your mind produces work that is both meaningful and high quality. Shallow work, on the other hand, is all the busy work that fills our days, answering emails mindlessly, attending unnecessary meetings, scrolling endlessly on social media. Deep work is rare because it's difficult. It demands discipline. And yet, those who master it are the ones who create breakthroughs. Bill Gates called these periods think weeks. J.K. Rowling wrote entire novels in isolation. Elon Musk spends hours coding and designing with unbroken focus. Deep work is the engine of extraordinary achievement. Neuroscience shows that humans are not designed for constant multitasking. Every time you switch tasks, your brain loses focus, creativity, and energy. Deep work triggers a state called flow, a state of heightened focus and creativity, where your brain is at its most productive. During flow, your prefrontal cortex lights up, your subconscious problem-solving accelerates, and even your sense of time disappears. But flow is delicate. It cannot coexist with notifications, interruptions, or endless distractions. The people who master flow have learned how to protect it fiercely. Deep work is not just about productivity. It's about value creation. Those who practice deep work learn complex skills faster, produce work of higher quality, solve problems others can't, gain a competitive edge in their field. Deep work is how ordinary people turn into extraordinary performers. It's no coincidence that the world's top innovators, writers, and entrepreneurs dedicate hours every day to it. Before you can enter deep work, you must identify what's keeping you shallow. Most people are addicted to social media, emails, chat apps, constant notifications. Even small distractions can break focus and waste hours. Your first step is awareness. Track where your attention goes. Ask yourself, what tasks truly move me toward my goals, and what tasks just fill my time? The foundation of deep work is time blocking. This means scheduling uninterrupted periods where you focus only on high-value tasks. Cal Newport, the author of Deep Work, recommends start with 90-minute blocks. Eliminate all distractions. Commit to working on one task only. During these periods, no emails, no phones, no interruptions. Over time, these blocks accumulate into hours of high-quality, high-impact work. Deep work is easier when it becomes ritualized. Choose a specific location where you work best. Set a clear goal for the session. Decide how you'll work and when you'll stop. Have a shutdown ritual to close the session. Rituals help train your mind to enter focus automatically. Successful people often have highly structured work rituals. J.K. Rowling writing in cafes during quiet hours. Bill Gates retreating for think weeks in isolated cabins. The key is consistency. The more ritualized your deep work, the easier it becomes. Your brain craves constant stimulation. That's why shallow work feels easy. But deep work requires embracing boredom. Practice waiting without distractions. Avoid constantly checking your phone. This trains your brain to focus, even when it's uncomfortable. Mastering boredom is a secret superpower of highly productive people. Deep work only works if you reduce shallow work. Ask yourself, do I need to reply to this email immediately? Do I need to attend this meeting? Am I spending time on tasks that don't create real value? Eliminate or delegate everything that doesn't contribute to your main goals. Deep work is the fastest way to master skills. Cal Newport calls this deliberate practice. Focus on a single skill for hours. Push your limits. Reflect on mistakes. Repeat consistently. This is how top performers learn faster and outperform everyone else. Deep work is precious, and distractions are relentless. Turn off notifications. Communicate your focus time to others. Set boundaries with family, friends, and co-workers. Use apps or blockers to protect your attention. Your ability to focus is your most valuable resource. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Deep work compounds over time. One focused hour today is worth 10 distracted hours tomorrow. Those who consistently invest in deep work build expertise faster, solve complex problems, achieve goals that seem impossible to others. In the long run, deep work separates the extraordinary from the average. Here's a simple system to get started. Identify your most important task. Schedule a 90-minute block of uninterrupted focus. Prepare your environment. Remove distractions. Work deeply without checking messages. Reflect and review after the session. Do this every day, and your productivity, skill, and results will skyrocket. Once you've mastered the basics, it's time to level up. Time batching. Group similar tasks together to minimize context switching. This allows your brain to stay in flow longer. Digital minimalism. Reduce digital noise by limiting apps, notifications, and social media. Only keep what add value. Monastic mode. For projects that require extreme focus, isolate yourself completely for a few days or weeks. Bill Gates' Think Weeks are a perfect example. The 80-20 rule. Focus on the 20% of tasks that create 80% of your results. Deep work should always prioritize high-impact tasks. Set ruthless boundaries. Protect your deep work blocks by scheduling them first thing in the day. Treat them like unbreakable appointments with yourself. By applying these techniques, deep work becomes not just a habit, but a superpower. Mastering deep work isn't only about techniques. It's about identity and mindset. Think long-term. Deep work pays off over months and years, not hours. Be patient and consistent. Value mastery over distraction. Choose the work that stretches your mind rather than the work that merely fills your schedule. Embrace solitude. Deep work often requires time alone. Solitude is not loneliness. It's fuel for your creativity and focus. Commit to excellence. Treat every deep work session as a chance to produce your best possible work. When deep work becomes part of who you are, focus and productivity stop being occasional events. They become your default mode of operation. Shallow work is comfortable. Deep work is challenging, but it's a challenge that creates extraordinary results. The world is full of distractions, but the people who thrive are the ones who learn to focus. Ask yourself, are you living in distraction, or are you mastering the art of deep work? Because once you harness it, your potential becomes limitless.